putting a stop to the reign of Edward. And we can finally start NiP in that game. NaVi versus NiP. It's not much in it, if I'm completely honest to you, but it's still one of the more interesting matchups. I keep saying that as soon as NaVi plays, but that's only because they are old school, successful team that I always would love to see on the top again. Somehow they fail to reach it from time to time. And the 9th round is over, and after a quick break that SLTV takes to show some commercials, we can go live. NiP decides to stay, and this is the pistol round between NiP and NaVi. I casted 2 hours already, so my brain is not really working that good anymore. Freiberg shoots Forest there while he crossed his crosshair. He really should have seen that and stopped shooting. And NiP on the fabric side pushes through short and middle. Edward only collects 1 kill. Forest gets 2. And Edward down to 3 HP as well, while Freiberg only has 5 left. Now Forest makes that stand on a spot with another frag and an assist. Forest a real beast with a pistol. With Laren tosses out the nade into Starix, but he didn't damage him enough. Actually, he didn't damage him at all. Forest finally goes down to Starix and he gets another headshot, but Get Right was too much in the end. Starix really brought it back with raw skill, running in from short, shooting heads left and right. But NaVi are looking at a 0-1 scoreline from their perspective, and I think they need a good showing versus a big team sometime soon. Otherwise they might end up with some player changes or something even worse. And this would really hurt the community. While I'm dribbling away, Forest collects himself another 2 frags, and only Markelov and Sousa standing. Markelov gets 1, but that's all he got. NaVi has to save 1 more round until we see the first gun round of that game. And Forest with the AWP. No, with the AK, I'm sorry. I completely missed that thing. Get Right is forced back by 1HE that is tossed into a double doors, but he gets himself the frag in return as Senior tried to push back and collect a frag. Markelov drops into middle, the terrorists still hanging around in the ramp. Now Forest sees Markelov sneaking through the smoke. Free frag for him. And finally the terrorists decide to plant the bomb. Laren checks out the spot with his P250, still saving for the AWP, and exits from the dark B tunnels. Collects the last 2 frags in the form of Zeus and Edward, and finally we see Markelov versus Laren. Markelov goes for the A long, and Laren goes for the mid peak, but he misses. Everybody goes through uncontested. Now Markelov peeking into short, but there's nobody yet. He has to wait a few more seconds. until maybe Exist runs into his crosshair. No, it's gonna be Freiberg, who has the joy of meeting Markelov's orb. Markelov didn't really shoot, and Freiberg got the easy frag with his Galil. A thrown away weapon in the hands of Markelov. Zeus tries to reply, but he gets taken out right after his kill. Now Freiberg on the spot onto Senior. Edward though manages to make it a 2v1, but when he tried to wrap around, Getright was there waiting. Nice round by NiP, even though Freiberg wasn't able to reach that orb. He simply tosses a new one. Now NaVi on the save round. Starseries gets damage to 70 HP. And Getright on the B spot gets taken out by Senior, who collects the running headshot with a pistol. But that's all he got. Edward makes it a 3v3, and NaVi make it look like it's a normal round. Zeus with another frag, but Forrest with a double on his HE grenade onto Zeus and Markelov. And now Edward with the Deagle isn't able to take down 5th Laren. And NaVi up 5-0 already on the terrorist side. Markelov with the orb gets taken out by 5th Laren. Nice reaction there. He had the arguably harder position, I think, because Markelov obviously knows where he must be standing, while 5th Laren has some more space to aim. And Freiberg and Forrest on that entry, simply easily picking NaVi off. Edward and Starseries already preparing to save their guns. And Edward is not able to pick up the frag into the middle. Now finally he takes down Freiberg. But there's still 4 people from NiP hunting for the frags. Edward collects another one. Getright from the back as well. Starseries is holding the stairs of B now. And might catch Getright. Oh, but he's not quite finished. Still has 50 HP, tosses a nade in. Flash is there. And he's not able to get any more frags out of that. Edward and Starseries able to save their guns. And they picked up 2 frags as well. So they at least got something out of that round. Still not on the scoreboard. NaVi yet to pick up a round. And Forrest already got 12 frags. It's really carrying NiP at the moment. Edward and Markelov now making it a 4v2 in the end. Forrest now alone versus 4. And he needs all of them to collect the round. Fires away onto Starseries, gets his first headshot. But now there comes Markelov, and he simply makes it look so easy. With his 3k, he secures the first round for NaVi, and they have to build upon that. Maybe collect 5 or 7 rounds would be okay versus NiP, and then they need a really good terrorist side to show the people that they still want to play that game and they still have the motivation to keep playing. And Senior sneaks in to Getright. Freiberg tries to get the refrag, but Markelov set up there. Nice strategy by NaVi to lure the players in and then collect them like mushrooms in the forest. Forest is still alive. Unlucky that we don't have a mushroom player on the server. Starseries gets the frag onto Forest, so He joins his teammates Getright and Freiberg. Exist and Fiflaren versus Senior, Markelov, Zeus, Edward and Starix. And Edward now kills Exist. Fiflaren is about to be taken out as well. And Senior, with his second frag, finishes the round. And this didn't look that bad for NaVi. You look at that, Forest is the difference maker at the moment. And now they storm into B-bomb site. NiP completely blind through that smoke. Nobody got a frag. Starix tries to jump his way out after he took down two of them. Getright with a spray onto Senior on A. Opens up the other bomb site. But the bomb is onto B. And NaVi has it. So they know where it is. Fiflaren and Getright against 4 NaVi players. And they probably don't stand a chance. Even though the CTs don't know where Getright is at the moment. Zeus is checking it out. But he won't find him anytime soon. But Getright is unaware where Zeus is as well, so quite funny situation at the moment. Now Edward picks off Fiflaren in tunnels. And this leaves Getright completely alone. Now touches Edward in the stairs, gets the frag. Still 3 to go for Getright. If it's one player on the server, then he's the one to clutch it. But Markelov saw the nade already. And he knew exactly where Getright was coming from. He needed to hurry. And it's an easy frag for Markelov in the end. NaVi finally winning some rounds in a string. 3 to 6 in favor of NiP. And they are going for the save round. NiP decides to push through mid. Edward gets spotted by Forest, but he was able to collect the frag before that. Now the B split gets demolished by Starix. In the B tunnels, Getright low. Now collects a weapon. He should have collected. Yes, he did it. And now he's retreating into B tunnels. He still fancies the plan, but he gets taken out by Markelov's pistol. And NaVi draw back to a 4 to 6 scoreline. If they win the following gun round, they might as well get their foot into that half and give us a close match. Markelov with the orb heads for A long and tries to get an early pick, but there's nobody coming as of yet. Fiflaren tries to peek one through mid, but there's nobody as well. So all the orbers are jobless at the moment. Markelov making his way towards A, while we see the occasional firefight in middle, smoking, shooting smoke, trying to kill people. And NiP finally commits towards short. And Senior gets killed by Getright on that backstab attempt. The Forest is down to 21 HP, and that maybe enables NaVi to draw their way back into the round. Markelov with the opening orb frag, but gets killed by Forest right after that. Zeus and Edward versus 4 players. Zeus takes down Forest. It's a 2v4. Now it's a 1v3. Fiflaren with the orb shot. And Edward only has 14 HP. He still tries to make his way towards a saving position, and he might hit Get Right, or rather Get Right hits him and kills him with his bullets. 4-7 in favor of NiP. And they show us that they're quite strong for for the gun rounds. And Get Right thanks Edward for the Molotov. Wife of Laren is shooting smoke once again, not connecting to anyone. And we need to win this round. Otherwise, we probably will be back on a force buy or a save, even more or less a save, I'd say. Markelov on short with the orb. He's got 3 players in front of him. He decides to stick back while Sue's on the backstep, gets Forrest, but Freiburg takes him down. It's an instant reply, 4v4 again. No, NaVi knows they are hanging around in short, and Edward is making his way towards their back. Now they should have heard him, but he's still unseen. Markelov takes on 1. Edward pushes in the right direction, gets 2 frags, and it's a 1v2 now. Fifth Laren, the last one remaining for NiP. He's got the orb and he's in long. There's a fair chance, but Starseries is there with the M4. Instantly puts the pressure onto him and doesn't let him go. NaVi jumping right back. And this is what we want to see, a close match. Maybe NaVi, if they pick up a lucky round, they will be able to put NiP in a really different position on the CT side, but as we can see, it's already a 5v3 thanks to Get Right's auto sniper and Fifth Laren's AK. Then again, Markelov and Suze still standing for the CTs. Now Get Right with a Glock frag onto Suze. Markelov with the orb, standing against 3 players, and he's already in the auto sniper range of Get Right. See him sneaking down the ramp, and now Get Right decides to scope away. Markelov anticipates the push and gets the no-scope kill in middle, and jumps across. Didn't lose any HP, and he's making his way towards B. Now gets killed by Get Right with a headshot. Easy frag with that auto sniper, and he collected 3 frags, 1 with the Glock, 2 with the auto sniper. Look at that, NiP is carried by 2 players. Who would think it was Forrest and Get Right? 8-5 the scoreline. Get Right hosing down Edward through the door with the auto sniper. And it's a 4-on-5 early on. Senior goes down to Forrest as well. Now Freiburg comes in with a supportive kill. Markelov though making a stand, getting 3 frags with the FAMAS. Starseries is even able to make it a 1v1, so this individual play by Markelov drew their way back into that round. And Fifth Laren picked himself up of an M4. And Starseries with a nade takes him out. Simultaneously, the bullet to the head and the HE to the body. Starseries, nice clutch together with Markelov. They drew the way back, and NaVi make it 6-8. They might stand a chance in this. A force buy versus force buy round now. Look at that money. 8-6 is the scoreline in favor of NiP. If NaVi makes it 7-8, they might really look confident in forcing NiP to a really bad scoreline. And it's an even trade once again, 4-4. Edward from CT spawn takes on Freiburg, but they trade kills and it's a 2v2. What a match, drawing it back from 5 to 3s and 2 on 3s to 1v1s and now 2v2. Starix comes in from short, Flaring goes down. Exist on the bomb spot, tries to make it stand versus Starix and Markelov, who push in simultaneously. And Starix survives that gunfight with 7 HP. He fires away into the face of Exist. And they collect the defuse for the 7 to 8 halftime score. Look at NiP and the score is 16-16 for Forest and Get Right, 9-9 for Flaring and Freiburg, and Exist on 5 frags only. On the other hand, Starix and Markelov with 15 and 14, Edward on 12, but he was on fire against Virtus Pro already, so he might have burned some of his awesomeness already, while Zeus and Xenia on the lower part of the scoreboard with 8 and 4 frags. And now NaVi is on the supposedly easier side of the terrorists and might win this versus NiP, even though it doesn't really help them to reach the LAN finals. We're going live with the second half. NaVi versus NiP in the Starseries number 6. Gesundheit. NiP starts off with a spray into the smoke on B tunnels, but NaVi is already on A short and they are already pushing into the bomb spot. Get is there but only can hold off one. Exist and Forest on the rotate. 3 CTs coming through A long. Flaring gets killed by Xenia. Xenia is running away from those 3 CTs. He needs to make that. He gets 1 frag at least. And Starix is there as well as the backup. Simply rushes in, punches them with a barrel. And they all fall down. NaVi takes the pistol round of the second half. 8 to 8 the scoreline now. And the CTs have to wait at least this round to buy, which will give NaVi the sure lead if they don't mess this round up. Freiburg on B platform gets 1 frag onto Starix, and Xenia decides to run away from that deagle. That proved too strong for them, and Freiburg collects another frag, even makes it a 4v3 now. Edward with 22 frags is able to collect the frag versus Get Right. But still a strong round by NiP. Making it a 3v2 is Markelov on B. And Exist and Forest almost dropped that with 14 and 36 HP. This is a sure NaVi round. Markelov kills Exist and now follows with a frag onto Forest. Well played by Markelov and Edward. Finally another NiP player reaches double figures in the second half. And the CTs have to save another time. 8 to 9 the scoreline in favor of NaVi. Forest is trying to get some headshots into short, but he gets killed through the door. Now Zeus picks himself the second frag onto Freiburg. Easy push into short. Edward secures another one in middle. He just needs to cut them off. And Starix pushes into A with his Glock. Gets the frag onto Exist. And this round was really fast, methodical setup by NaVi. Took them out one by one. And NiP finally on the first gun round of the second half. Let's see if they can claw their way back into the game. Markelov with the orb, looking into short, but there's nobody coming as of yet. With Laren on the other side, looking into a long. Now he saw somebody through the gap, but he didn't shoot. They surely saw him. And he's now set up for short, where NaVi is piling up, preparing their strategy to be executed. Senior is smoking middle and flashing there, maybe faking the B split. It kinda worked. Freiberg is unsure where to go, while the rest is pushing in too short. Forrest surely called that now for his teammates. He takes down Edward and makes it a 4v5. Though Zeus is on top of him. And he shoots his toenails. Didn't really kill Exist, thanks to bulletproof shoes. And somehow NaVi captured the bomb site, but there's nothing going on at the moment. Now they finally decide to plan. Markelov kills with Laren, but there's another one over there. It was Get Right. And the CT's prepared for the retake. Zeus peeks out, gets killed. Starix on the reply, now has to take Exist, but he didn't. And Forrest collects a frag onto Markelov. NaVi almost got that round, but they were taking a break on a bomb spot, and this enabled the CTs to get into the favorite positions for the retake. And that weapon dropping, really confusing. But in the end, NiP was able to retake the bomb site really confidently. I don't think confidently is the right word. But they are able to buy out one more time, and they get their second shot versus NiP's guns. Exist gets damaged to 47 HP by that nade, off shot, whatever combination. NaVi with a typical short hang around, waiting game. Now they finally drop in. I guess Zeus was dropped into CT spawn, but he got one frag only. Get Right sprays down Zeus on the spot. Really nice spray control by him. It's a 4-on-3. Senior makes it a 3v3, but Freiberg quickly makes it a 2v3 again. The bomb got planted in the wake of all that chaos, but Markelov gets killed by Forrest. Now 3v1. Starix once again, the Lone Ranger on bomb spot A, and he doesn't have X-ray, so he has to peek out, and Get Right is there with a headshot. Surely gonna collect the defuse at the moment, while Get Right is switching the weapon and saves the orb as well. Now NiP with a full buy against NaVi's forced buy. Not really forced buy because of the bomb plan, but Markelov didn't decide to go with the orb. He probably didn't have enough money. Now the damage trade fairly even for Laren on 8, Markelov on 1 HP. And this is the round that decides who will take the lead. 12-10. Because everybody was Kung Fu saving in the next round. If he loses it, Forrest goes down to Zeus. Nice opening for NaVi. Zeus takes down Fifth Laren as well now. Get Right, the only one in A. He gets one frag, but now he's spotted, and he surely will be pushed. He gets another frag. Amazing work by Get Right. But Senior takes him out in the end. And now it's a 3v1. Markelov with 1 HP. Still waiting for the back push. Exist was prepared for that. Took him down with a headshot. And even goes back for some nades. But there's nothing left. Senior on the backstep gets killed by Exist as well. And Edward as well. Wow. NiP shouldn't be able to claw their way back into that round. NaVi really gave it away by pushing them one after each other. Markelov's position was, well, quite obvious, and Senior and Edward didn't time their attempt to get them in between each other. Not well enough. This makes NaVi safe, and as I said, NiP will take the lead 12 to 10 if nothing special happens, but Zeus makes it happen with 2 P250 frags. Edward with 1 makes it a 3v2 even in favor of NaVi. But Freiberg got the bomb to his feet. He takes down one. Oh, but his has got trouble against the other one. Starix picks him up in the end. Now get right from the back. It's taken out by Edward. What a game. What a play by NaVi. Drawing it back to 11 to 11. Is Edward and Zeus with some amazing pistol work, and Edward with the following frag with the weapon that he picked up. NaVi really want to win this, even though I think they shouldn't go through, even though they win it. But at least it shows they really want to play, and they do their best whenever they can. But still, NiP was able to buy decent weaponry. They are now trying to lure some players into middle so they can be killed by Forest. NaVi doesn't fall for that. They are still set up for B. And this might well be a trap by NiP. They got basically everyone set up for B. Existent Forest in middle. Freiberg on B-bomb spot. And now there's the obvious smoke and flash combination to announce the B split that gets demolished by Freiberg from B spot. Get right with another frag, and this is quickly over for NaVi. NiP snapped their trap. I really would have loved to see that through the map. And they had 2 players over here and here who got in there, and the rest was killed in here by pushing the bomb site. NiP with a lucky setup. If NaVi had decided to go A, this setup would be wrong. But in the end they won the round, so they don't really care. It's a 12 to 11 scoreline. And NaVi wants to draw this back. Fifth Laren waiting on bomb spot. Players already made their way into short, but they still haven't fully committed. Look at the map. Senior still in B tunnels. Edward is anticipating the Forest push from the back. But Fifth Laren is there on the spot. He misses his first shot but gets the second. Now he has to reload. This gives NaVi the time to push up. And surely Zeus will gonna take him down. He is, and this enables his team to plant the bomb. Edward almost gets taken out. He does. And Forest from the pit takes down Zeus as well now. Exist and Senior with a battle for the round. Senior goes away with his life now. Chooses to peek back again. Takes the frag, and Markelov with the right peek in the right moment. Now it's a 1v1. Freiberg versus Markelov. Freiberg with 4 HP pushing from short. Markelov peeks out and takes him down with a headshot. What a round again. NaVi making it 12 to 12. This is going back and forth. Really. My voice is going down the drain at the moment. We see Edward with an SMG. NaVi on the force buy and NiP on the pistol round, and this is dangerous to say the least. Exist already is able to call that it's not gonna be a B attack. NaVi snuck their way into a bomb spot on the other side of the map. And there's nobody hanging around there by NiP. They're all set up for the retake, or at least for the B push. And that didn't work out this time. It did last save round. Zeus and Senior are there in short, cutting them off. Zeus sprays down Freiburg, and it's a 2v4. Maybe they're looking to get some AKs, or maybe an SMG for the next round if they would need it. But Markelov blows up Forest with a nade jump. He goes down into hell, and GetRight secures this flash for the next round. And they are on another force buy to claw their way back. NaVi now took the lead 13-12. I'm not quite sure how often the score went back and forth. Really confusing. Even inside the rounds, it is going from 4-3, 4-2s to 2v1s and stuff like that. Starix made his way into A long, but didn't connect anything. Decides to stay there together with Zeus, and they prepare the A push, which is quite obvious now that Starix was spraying away over there. Fiflaren already aims up. They don't wait for the smoke to really put the barrier between the sides of Fiflaren and the players, and this makes them lose 3 early on. Markelov goes down to Exist, and Zeus Senior have to keep up against 4 NiP players that are already on the retake. Only Senior is there to get some exit frags. NaVi is okay with that round if they win it. If they lose it, the bomb plant is enough, and the 2 weapons, they rather save it. Zeus gets 1 frag out of it, but Senior goes down in the end. Zeus with 5 HP survives that round, and it's a 13-13 scoreline. And the opening AWP shots by Markelov just hit the floor behind the players of NiP that crossed towards B. And we got at least a different setup in most of the rounds by NaVi. Forest over the headshot onto Starix probably changes the setup. Exist is there too, and this might be a trap for Edward. He's covered by Markelov, but he's got 2 players on the opposite side of that double doors. Finally decides to go back towards short. GetRight onto Zeus, makes it a 3v5, and Edward is taken out by GetRight as well. Now Exist on the middle. Markelov remains on A short with the AWP. Picks up 2, and it's a 2v3. Markelov might well be able to clutch this if they don't hurry up and flank him. He's trying to put the bomb down, but now he gets caught from 2 sides. Finally NiP take him out. Well played to put their pull their player out of there before he gets killed by Markelov. So they have the edge of circling him. And NiP drew it back from a 13-12 to a 14-13. And NaVi have to save. And this puts NiP into match point position if they win that round. And it looks like it. Starix and Senior only remaining after 30 seconds of the round. Senior firing away, but not really connecting. Finally he got a headshot, but doesn't hurt NiP too much. NaVi bought up now, and they really want to get this 15-15 scoreline to make it a respectable last game of the Starseries number 6. Even though they don't go to the LAN finals, they might as well just tell the world that they're still around, still a team to watch out. And they start this round nicely with a frag onto Freiburg, while Exist and Fiflaren were working onto A long. NaVi is working on the B side, and Senior took another frag. Now Exist on the rotate. He really needs to get there quickly. But NaVi decides to re-rotate towards A, and this leaves Exist and Get Right on the wrong bomb site. Fiflaren is the only one on A. Exist is the man to jump in on every spot. On this 5-on-3, Fiflaren gets one frag onto Zeus. And if Exist comes back with one frag as well, it's a 3v3, but he gets killed by Edward. Now it's a 2v4 in favor of NaVi. Starix is there as well on the bomb spot. Now chases the frag, and he gets it. In form of Fiflaren, NaVi make it a 15-14 scoreline. This is really going down the drain, down the last bit of wire that is left on my voice. NiP is able to buy up, but it's not a full buy. They don't have armor, they don't have helmets on every player. They only have 2 defuse kits and a few nades only, so NaVi in the better position at the moment, on the stronger side. Starix so catches a bullet through the double doors. And NaVi are going for the short push once again. We got Exist in middle, he takes down Zeus. Now Starix has to get the refrag, but he's down to 23 HP as well. Forrest with a frag onto Starix, and Marklov replies onto Exist, but it's a 3v4 now, a 3v3 thanks to Senior, who came onto Forrest with his bullets. And Edward slowly peeking his way forward, damages Fiflaren. He now has to commit to the bomb site. He's got one player in the back of him on this 2v3 together with Marklov. He's able to capture the bomb site. Now smokes up short and gets his site pinned down the A long. This is the last round of that match, 14-15. Edward collects one onto Freiburg. Get Right versus Edward now, the 1v1. Edward hides away in short. Get Right on the bomb spot. He collects the frag, but is he able to collect the bomb? Yes, he will be, and it's gonna be a 16-14 scoreline. Well played by NaVi. But NiP was too strong in the end. 14-16, this match could have gone either way. Saw loads of close rounds, and the scoreline was traded back and forth all the time. Get Right the 32 frags. Together with Forrest, he carried his team a long way until the other players finally showed up in the game. Senior obviously wasn't able to keep the pace with his teammates, but this was an awesome showing of NaVi, even though they didn't go to the LAN finals, or they won't go to the LAN finals. I'm still glad for you tuned in. I'm still glad for that I can still talk, and I hope we see each other in one of the next matches. Good night, good fight. I will post in at SLTV.org as always. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe if you like.